Innings Festival returns February 26th and 27th. Visit inningsfestival.com to view the full lineup and grab your tickets today.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Tuesday at 1 p.m., college basketball conference tournaments are coming up and things are getting tense. I'm keeping an eye on the fallout of the Michigan coaching situation and we'll get you updated. NFL teams can start assigning franchise and transition tags as of Tuesday. Any names get tagged and who's expected to get a tag. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event Tuesday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
You can unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you can unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. Rates current as a 12-12-21 call. Cost information and conditions equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLS.org. Over 3030 call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Steve Jurich here. After working in financial services for over 20 years, I finally confirmed what investors really want, including me. And it's simple. All they're asking for is 20% annual return with no risk and 100% liquidity. Here's the problem. A money market is safe and liquid, but offers almost zero yield. Mutual funds and ETFs are liquid with upside potential, but aren't safe. A carefully selected next generation index annuity through IQ Wealth may offer 10% ample liquidity, principal protection, and a lifetime income yield potentially double to triple that of quality bonds. By yielding more income using fewer dollars, our system allocates more money for you for capital growth. It's a winning combination.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now, 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the claims paying ability of the insurer, so compare with Steve, 480-902-3333. Call Steve now.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Monday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live from the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. For me, the first time since January 9th, back when I got the COVID. And Keon can't remember which buttons are the right buttons to push while I'm in this studio. He's desperate. He's like, wait, which button?
I was going to tell you that you were live, like
right.
You were on the Comrex, and I was like, that you're not going to hear me, and I'm just going to point at you.
This will be the only time it's okay for you to give me the finger. So, well, listen, it's good to be back, and of course, we had a nice time over the weekend celebrating Randy White's birthday. I didn't say much about his birthday on Friday because last time I talked to him, he was kind of. I didn't know if he wanted me to mention it, and so now we are going to mention it. Yesterday was Randy's birthday, so a happy birthday to Randy. You can all chime in on the text line and say that. And it was a nice time over there at the White Ranch.
Thank you, and thanks for coming out. I really didn't think you were going to make it. Had I known you were going to make it, I probably would have made it a different time. But thanks for coming out. You and Alex,
what do you mean,
Keon, you and Ray
time
coming out there. No, I would have made it earlier.
I get all the respectable people out of the house before I got there. Would have been a good idea.
I would have made it much earlier so we could have hung out more. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I want to thank you for my gift. First of all, it came in a box.
Yes,
Jeffrey.
Yes.
And I undid it, and there was a
pink box. Yes,
it was a pink box. And I undid it, and this was on the top, and I was like, okay, this is a fanny pack.
That's got him a fanny pack.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the hell I'm going to do with this.
Well, that's supposed to be the ammo pouch. It's not a fanny pack. That's an ammo pouch for the real present that was inside. You put your little pellets and stuff in that.
Then I open it up, and this is what I saw. Now, tell me what that looks like.
It looks like a vulture head.
You kind of glance at it. But when I glanced at it, I thought it was some sort of a sex toy. I didn't want to show Miss Kim. So I thought Jeffrey was giving me some sort of a joke here. And I was like, woo, oh, well, we need to close that up, Miss Kim.
How do you get sex toy from an eagle's head?
Well, that doesn't look like an eagle.
Well,
it looks
hold it
like
up to the
some
camera
sort of a Chinese sex toy from Dr. Wang's House of Joy or something.
The head of a bird.
I mean, look at that.
What are you
What are
talking
you
about?
talking about? Look at that.
Clearly, that's not a sex toy.
Yeah, it was all sticking out.
Shows you where
like
your mind
this.
is.
It was like that. It had stuff all around it. So what do you think that looks like? And so then I got it out. Now I have to put this together. This is a laser. It has a laser.
You know, I said to my wife, should I put this together for him? And she says, no, that might be part of the fun of getting the gift is having to put it together yourself.
It was great fun.
Because you're a man.
Well, hell yes. And I've already got.
Well, tell them what the hell it is.
I got the laser working. So it is a laser pointer. It has a flashlight. And it is and then I saw these and that put it all together. What this is a slingshot. So if varmints come into my yard, they will not leave happy.
That's right. A
You know
laser
what I mean.
sighted slingshot.
Yeah. Got a flashlight so I can do some night ops.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, it's great. The cats around the house better beware.
And there's different kinds of ordnance for it. I mean, if you want to sort of get something's attention, but maybe not kill it, like, I'm thinking children, you just use little clay ones and they kind of go, they can explode on contact. That's just to get their attention. So, but if you need to kill you a roof rat or a gopher, you go with the hardcore stuff.
Well, thank you and Alex very much. Keon, thank you and Ray for coming out and your nice card. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Really was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I loved it, and I have only seen your house from
this angle right here,
and you have a lovely home, and
well,
Miss Kim made everything very hospitable, and it was a good time, just getting to chill with you on your birthday.
All I know is I'll walk in that place. That's a nice place. I was just thinking, wow, contract negotiation went well. It's a great place, man. I did when we left, I didn't have time to fill. I didn't realize what this was. I saw somebody filling it out. I thought they were like ordering something on Uber, but it was a how well do you know the birthday boy? And I gotta say, I probably got 100% on. And I asked what my score was, and he won't tell me. So we're going to go down the list here. You just tell me if I'm right or wrong on these questions. It'll go very fast. And also another way for the listening audience to get to know Radio Randy even better. Okay, shall we?
All
right.
Go ahead.
First, I think I should get 1 point for circling boy on right there where it says birthday boy.
That's
okay,
correct.
there's one right.
Yeah.
Your first car? No, it was a Chevy truck.
No, that's well, yes, it's a Chevy Silverado. That is
there. You go.
Correct. There you go.
First job in radio?
No, sorry.
Really?
Sorry,
what was your first job? You never told me this.
My first job was actually a groundskeeper at Holiday Park Little League.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I never knew that. You never told me. So I got one wrong. Pet dog.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I pet the dog correctly. Yes.
Hobby drinking.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah.
Food steak. Your favorite food steak.
I see. Well, I
don't
don't
act
know.
like it's not steak.
On Sunday, my
I know
actual
what
birthday,
day.
on Sunday, I did get up early and I smoked a nice brisket, a nice 9-hour brisket, and it came out perfect.
That's
so
like a steak.
I don't. It's more like a roast, Jeffrey. I don't know.
I think you're wrong. But I put down steak. Should I just put down meat? Maybe I should just put meat.
Probably meat would have been better.
I guess we'll count that wrong.
There you go.
Favorite singer or band? I put Adele.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, that is bullcrap. You are constantly singing Adele.
You know better than that. My favorite band is ABBA. Go ahead.
Oh, I knew it started with an A. I should get a half credit. Can I get a half point?
No.
All right. What describes you best? Mountains or beach? I put mountains.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Mountain
Books
man.
or movies? I said movies.
Yeah, that's correct. That's good.
Wine or beer? Beer.
Of course. Well, I mean, beer
Yeah.
slash whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunrise or sunset? I said sunset. You don't get up early. You don't like to get
eh.
up early
I do. I really do. I was up
Really?
at 4. I was up 4:30 this morning
for
doing
your
work here.
entire life, or just this part where you're elderly?
I'm not a sleeper inner. I'm up early
right.
and I'm at 'em. I get more done before noon than most people get done all day.
Crap, I got that wrong. Action or comedy? I put action. You're a man of action. Really?
Actually, I like both of them, so I'll give you a point there.
Yeah, I was going to try to circle both, but I didn't know if I get away with it.
Yeah.
Coffee or tea? I think you like coffee.
Yes, that's correct.
Country or city? I think you like to be in the country.
Country, absolutely.
Hotel or camping? I think you'd rather be camping.
Yes, that's correct.
Summer or winter? I think you might prefer summer.
I do prefer summer. Thank you.
Cruise or road trip? I think you'd rather be on the open road.
Absolutely.
Been on TV? Yes.
Yes, have been on.
Fallen
TV.
asleep at work? Often. And
I
I have been witness.
Really? Do we need to talk about that here?
Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Sing karaoke? I'm saying no, but I think I might be wrong on that one.
Well, now you got to clarify this. When I was a younger man and my children were much younger, we had a one of those Xbox games that you would sing
Sure. That
so
doesn't count.
I did sing to that.
Yeah,
but
that
I've
does
never
not
gone
count.
I've never gone into a club or anything and
Boom.
sang karaoke.
Then I got it right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Had a tattoo or piercing? I said probably.
I can't tell you about that.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that one is right. So I only got 3 wrong. I thought I actually only had 1 wrong. So who got more than me? Who got more than me?
Well, first of all, Jeffrey, this is not a competition.
I just want to know my score. And
Cancer walk was not a competition.
Oh my God, not that again. I clearly
4
won
downs, 4 downs or 4 quarters with Keon Rose.
And I'm going to win that today too.
Again, not a competition. Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are just in denial since I crush it every single time.
No,
Whatever.
it's not a competition. There's a lot of people that got a lot of them right.
Who got more than me? Nobody.
There are a lot of these handed out. Let me bring one up here. My favorite, my first car was an El Camino. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Keon. That is.
You got Keon's
I
right
just
here.
threw the wildest answers out there because I was like, I don't know any of these.
I like how you
Incorrect.
think it would drive an El Camino.
Job gigolo, but only on the weekends. So I'll give you a point there.
You put down Gigolo?
I did.
Yeah, I put down gigolo. Dog.
I would actually.
So my thought here is Keon works with me, and he still put down gigolo. So I'm going to actually mark that right because he has some high thoughts about me. Pet dog, yes, yeah, that's correct. Let's see, mountains or beach. Mountains, books, movies. He put movies, wine, beer. He got that right. Sunrise, sunset. Yeah, he got that right. Action or comedy. He put comedy. I mean, look, he's killing you.
Well,
he's
not
killing you
killing
right here.
me.
He's absolutely killing
I got
you
all
here.
those same ones right.
Have you been on TV? Yes. Fallen asleep at work? Yes. Sang karaoke? Yes.
Well, that's
sorry.
wrong. Yeah, because
That's
you
wrong.
haven't.
I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
incorrect there. And had a tattoo or piercing? He says no. I'm sorry again. I can't talk
So
about
I
that.
beat Keon at least.
So I think you two tied.
I
You
beat
two tied.
Keon. No, I beat Keon.
There's no beating.
You didn't read
There-
all of
there's-
them, did
it's
you?
Not a competition.
Oh, this is such horse crap. You just won't ever let me have it. You just won't let me have it, will you?
I don't like to talk about myself.
I
there was
drove
some
all
on
the
here
way
that-
out to your house for this. I mean, I had to leave Thursday to
Yeah.
get there, but we got
did.
there on time. Well, we were a little
By
late,
the way,
but-
you left your overnight bag here, so
well, nobody invited us. So anyway, happy birthday to Randy. Let's go to the text
Thank you.
line. Mr. Pringle says, well, I guess Paula hurt his hand and is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks of games. But then again, he goes and plays in the All-Star game. All right, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Not a great visual, but it's the All-Star game, really. La Furia Roja says, Feliz Cumpleaños, Randy, which is
Thank you.
Spanish for Jeffrey won.
no, it's not. It's happy birthday.
I don't think so. Thunder
it's
the Santa
happy
Barbarian says, Keon, what the hell's going on? This used to be a sports talk show. I tuned in for the first time in a couple of weeks, and Randy and Jeffrey are going on about sex toys. The hell's happening? I'm very confused.
Well, I mean, doesn't it kind of, some sort of complicated Chinese sex toy? Look at that.
Why are you asking
Look at
Keon?
that
He's
thing. That doesn't look
constantly
like-
suggesting we do stuff about sex toys on this show. And
Well,
we
that
constantly
is
have to
true.
tell him no.
They finally caved into my request, and now you're complaining about it. I'm a little hurt by that, just a little.
Dale Hellestray says, happy birthday there, Randolph.
Hey, thanks, Dale.
Sure appreciate the invite to your bash.
Dale,
there was
I
only
didn't-
so much food, Dale.
I didn't think you would come if I invited you. You're a very busy man, and I'm honored that you would even consider it. And thank you very much for saying happy birthday. I appreciate that.
Fed fan says happy birthday, Randy. Mars Bars
Fed fan.
805 says happy Marley Monday and happy birthday, Randy. I'll take an 805, please. Go Lakers. And if you have a problem with the Lakers, Jeffrey, I'm going to Joanne Howard you. Ha ha ha. Yeah, but I'm not some short, stubby little assistant coach. I'll whoop your ass. Charlie Boy says, happy birthday, Mr. White.
Thank you, Charlie Boy.
He says, happy President's Day. You should have been getting a day off. If I have my way, pour me a soda, Randy, please and thank you. President's Day is not really a radio day off, although I heard some of the lesser mortals at other places down the dial may have taken the day off, but we take off a lot of days that we get away with, which is when March Madness happens. And of course, the morning show hates when we do that because they're just jelly. Jelly.
I think you actually mean Helly.
Helly's jelly. In fact, today, because of a contractually obligated basketball game, Daily Blender will be over at 4:45 p.m. today to make way for Louisville versus North Carolina. Real quick, Keon, is that a good game? Is that a big game? Is that a big deal?
Yeah, that is a big deal of a game. Yeah.
Okay. I was actually hoping it wasn't. That way the morning show would have their anuses pucker up a little more, the fact that we got time off. What do you mean that game was what? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather have been a garbage game just so they'd have an aneurysm that we got an hour and 15 minutes off. By the way, I know that a lot of you are observing President's Day. I just can't get behind it because we haven't had a decent president in a lot of years. And no, I'm not on the left. I'm not on the right. I'm the guy in the middle who thinks you're all stupid. But so until we get some better presidents, I'm not observing that day. So today for the Daily Blender is National Sticky Bun Day.
Sticky Bun.
Yeah.
Oh, I like sticky buns.
Oh, I know you do. But
I like sticky buns, Jeffco.
I was hoping we'd be something we transition to talking to cinnamon buns, but I guess we're going this way. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cinnamon. Oh, the cinnamon. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So in the 18th century, sticky buns were brought. You know who made the first sticky buns? You want to guess? Guess who made the sticky buns?
Marie Antoinette.
Boy,
did she have a pair of sticky buns, dear boy.
She did when I was done with her. Hello. What?
Hello. What?
No, in the 18th century, it's Untas Germans. They made the sticking buns. They called them the Schnecken.
Are you sure it wasn't the stinking buns?
No, it was called the Schnecken, and we made them so nice. They are the grandfather to the cinnamon roll.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love the sticky buns. In the 19th century, we brought them to Pennsylvania. You can't get enough of putting our buns in your mouth. Just gets awkward, doesn't it? Anyway, so it's National Sticky Bun Day. I got to get me some Cinnabon. I haven't had any of that in a while. Thundar, the Santa Barbarian, says, happy birthday, Randy. And I say, go Dodgers. But I'm starting to feel we will not see any baseball this year. Well, they're supposed to be meeting this week. Was there any word from the day's meetings? Did they meet today?
There was supposed to be a meeting. I haven't heard anything. I was looking for it before I came on the air, but I did not see anything. I will keep perusing the interwebs and see if I can come up with the latest news for you.
All right. Well, Randy will keep his ear to the railroad track for any movement on that. Right now, let's talk about what happened over the weekend. Of course, the brisket was less about Randy's birthday. I think more about your Daytona 500 experience. And
how about that?
I just got a question. Just a simple question. Who the hell is Austin Cindric?
Well, this kid has been tearing it up for the last couple of years in Xfinity. As a matter of fact, he on the racing circuit, a little known fact, he started racing the little cars out at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which, if you know what I'm talking about, are they called dwarf cars? I don't
Kyler
remember
Murray
exactly
full size.
No. And by the way, I could have whistled.
I know
because I have given that up.
I'm taking advantage of this moment.
I guess you should. Okay. But anyway, this kid is somebody to keep your eye on. Austin Cindric had a strong car all day long. And
Vegas loves him because nobody bet on him.
Congratulations. He was a 30-1 long shot, and he ended up winning the race. I told you, it's anybody's guess who will win the Daytona 500. So congratulations to Austin Cindric. Way to start your career at Penske Racing.
I had remember I did 5 bets and a couple of long shots, a couple of guys who you would have thought would be in the top 10. Any one of them would have paid for my bets. 3 of my guys were in the top 10, and I didn't win nothing. That was horrible. That was horrible.
I had a few guys too. I had Brad Keselowski. Of course, he crashed out on the final 1,000 yards before the start finish line. I had not Chase. I had Chris Buescher, who wrecked the lap 3 to go, I believe. I had Ryan Newman, who was right there, and I had who else did I have? I had somebody else I can't think of right now, but I was right there with you, Jeffco. It's anybody's guess, though. Anyone's guess.
Yeah, and that was the first time I actually sat down and watched a race. Nobody warned me, and I was quite surprised when suddenly a country band came up on the stage, and I pulled some muscles scrambling for the remote to hit mute, and then I had to do it again at the national anthem when some redneck went up there, the dude with the long hair, whatever his name is. Yeah. But outside of that, it was interesting to watch all the different camera angles and all the strategy. And it was kind of boring for a minute. Then they started crashing. Then it got a little more interesting.
Yeah.
But
it was exciting. And plus, that was the new car running. So that's the first time the new car has been on a super speedway in competition level. And so I'm sure these guys learned a lot of stuff. I think it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a lot of fun to see who actually ends up rising to the top towards the end in November when they head out here to Phoenix for the championship at Phoenix Raceway.
So was that a good race?
It was a very good race.
I mean, I need you to tell me every week, scale of 1 to 10, where you put it. Like, oh my God, that was a crazy race, or that was a pretty good race, or oh my God, you probably should have watched somebody knit.
Well, no, I think it's a long race. It is a long race, so you have to pace yourself. You got to get good and liquored up at the first part. But as you're coming off your buzz towards the end, that's when the excitement happens. And so that was a very good Daytona 500. A lot of strategy going on. I thought seeing the new car on the track, I thought it was really cool. I can't wait to see this thing in action next week. And of course, going to be Daytona, the road course. And so we'll set you up for that this coming week here on the Daily Blender.
All right. We got to take a break. I've been told by a bird in my ear that the Major League Baseball peoples have been talking for the last 3 hours, locked together in a small room with very little ventilation. So
very good.
As soon as we have any information on that, we'll probably sit on it for an hour because we'll be busy doing other things. But then we'll tell you after you probably already know.
Excellent.
Because it's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Arizona State wraps up a stretch of 3 games in 5 days as a 14.5-point road underdog at number 13 UCLA. 133.5 the total at Pauley Pavilion. The Sun Devils have won 3 straight, and on February the 5th, they beat UCLA in triple overtime at home, 87-84. Chris Paul, the Suns, out 6 to 8 weeks with a fractured thumb. The Suns are minus 900 to win the Pacific Division, plus 180 to win the Western Conference, plus 425 to win the NBA title. They return to action Thursday on the road at Oklahoma City. I'm Mike Sennett on Arizona's new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Huzzah! Weekends now through April 3rd.
Great shopping, a giant crafts market. Your favorite shows.
Be ready to have a great time and don't be afraid to participate.
Huzzah! Just night.
Huzzah!
Silly fun for the entire family.
Happiness reigns at the Renaissance Festival.
Lots of new shows. Non-stop feasting. Leave your cares behind. It's fun and affordable.
You will adore the Renaissance Festival.
The Renaissance Festival is back.
Huzzah! Weekend now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Fashions and Food City or online at arizona.rentfestinfo.com.
Presented by Delta Airlines,
Fashions Food City,
Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
The Renaissance Festival is open on President's Day, Monday, February 21. Don't miss the action and adventure. Huzzah!
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Okay, you're back to dining out, but there's dining and there's dinnertainment. Get ready for an amazing dining experience like none you've ever had at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. When it comes to Asian cuisine, nobody does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, cocktails, and more. Book your night of fun right now. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114. We'll see you there.
The dictionary describes madness as
Frenzy, rage, intense excitement. Yeah, that sounds about right.
we define it like this.
There's the pass to Laker. Puts it up. The chance to Drew for the win.
The madness is coming.
Comes out, dribble.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
The home for March Madness.
Today, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Today, as I told you earlier, we got Louisville at North Carolina for some college basketball coming up at 4:45 p.m. And then tomorrow at 7 p.m., we have playoff time for the AIA high school basketball. Got Mesquite at St. Mary's. That's the 4A boys. And then the next night, we got GCU at Chicago State. So then over on Money Radio, we'll have Millennium at Sunrise Mountains, the 5A girls right there at 7 p.m. as well. So lots of college basketball, lots of playoff high school basketball all through this week. And of course, this weekend, we got some good games for you as well. And another good race. Is it a good race? The NSC at Auto Club, Randy? That is what is on my schedule.
Auto Club Speedway in California, the California, another long racetrack. Cars get up to 200 miles an hour. It's the first time in 2 years because of the COVID and the mandates and stuff that were going on in California. They're going to open up Auto Club Speedway. So the Cup cars will race there. It's usually a fun race, and it will be exciting to see these new cars on that track because usually you get one or two cars, they get way the hell out in ahead, and they dominate the race. Here, these cars are designed so everybody is competitive. Everybody can run together. So I think you'll see some pack racing, and it should be a whole lot of fun. So can't wait to see that one.
It was interesting to hear them talk about, how the race got won this weekend with the Penske, team doing some teamwork. And it didn't sound like the team was all that enthusiastic about being the team, I guess, because last year, the Penske kids all kind of fought with each other and wrecked out. But I guess Ryan Blaney just sort of bit his tongue and did his job to help the Penske boys get the win. So that's got to be tough, Randy. That's got to be tough. You're on it. Your first instinct is to win the race, but then your other instinct is guy who owns the team probably would like you to throw a block or something just to make sure whoever is winning or supposed to win wins.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
It is tough, but the object at Daytona, at Talladega, some of these other racetracks, is to get your teammates around you and help the entire team get to the front. Get to the front.
How do they decide who wins?
Well, that's what I was going to explain. And then the last lap, last two laps, last several laps, the stronger car wins. You start battling each other then all bets are off. There's no teammate racing.
Oh.
You talked about last year's Daytona 500. Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski were in the lead. They were positions 1 and 2, and Joey Logano tried to block Keselowski as he made a move on him on the last lap. And that's how Michael McDowell ended up winning the Daytona 500. He was 3rd or 4th at the time. And because of Keselowski and Logano getting into each other and then crashing, coming out of turn 4, McDowell went right around him and he went onto the checkers and ended up winning. By the way, Michael McDowell had another stellar day this past weekend. He had another wonderful run. I'm looking forward to him having a great season.
So thank you for explaining all that to me, as I am a novice in the ways of the racing. But this week, I'm going to put a bet on something different, something weird, something.
I think you should.
I don't know anything about NASCAR more than what you've told me and whatever is stuck to my gray matter. But I'm going to be betting on stuff I don't know and I don't understand, and trying my best every week just to.
Are you talking about like a prop bet?
No, I'm talking about. I'm going to bet on. I think snooker next. I think I'm. I'm serious.
Okay.
If that's even in season, I don't know. I have to look at the menu.
Snooker.
Cricket, because I don't know anything about cricket. But the thing is, I could go there and I could bet. Would you chase the chalk, as they say. Try to go for a sure thing just to survive the bet. But I feel like if I'm going to be doing this, I'm probably going to be betting the underdog almost every time.
In a high super speedway like Daytona, you cannot pick a winner. It's just total luck. It's just random luck is all it is.
Fed Fan says Daytona sounds like the Tour de France. Yeah, but they're not on bikes, Fed Fan, and they're not wearing those silly little outfits. They're in cars wearing silly outfits. Navy Brad says, happy Monday, man. I see you on the YouTube feed. Randy, like there. Looks like he's ready for combat. So how's that slingshot coming together?
Listen, I've got it done. I'm ready to go. I've got to get some ammo now. I'll have to go to my favorite sporting goods area.
Well, they were supposed to have ammo.
Well, I didn't see any ammo in there.
Well, check the bag. Check all the stuff. I thought it was supposed to have some. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
There you go, man.
That is badass.
Yeah,
I think you should probably do some target practice on your dog's sex toy up there on the couch.
Yeah,
that blow up doll for that
Sex
dog.
toy?
That doggy
What?
blow up doll that Cecil has.
That's not.
That's awkward that you let that be on the camera.
That's a good boy up there. He's a good boy.
Well, that's an inflated dog, Randy.
You shut your mouth. That's my dog. That's my pet.
That's not Cecil. There's a look.
He's
around.
a good boy.
That's not a real dog.
You're a good boy, Blondie. Good boy.
Okay. Big Kev says, happy birthday, Randy, and happy National Sticky Bun Day. Love the Daytona 500 yesterday.
Yeah.
Austin Cindric wasted no time asserting himself in the Cup Series. My driver, Chase Elliott, was able to rally and finish in the top 10. And those little cars at Charlotte are called Bandoleros.
Bandoleros. There you go. He walked up the first night at Charlotte to race a Bandolero, got himself into a car, won the first race he ever raced. So that's kind of Austin Cindric's DNA right there. This kid is nothing but a winner, and he is a very, very good driver. You watch this guy. I think he's going to be something special.
Boomer Sooner says, happy birthday, Randy, and go ahead and pour yourself a cold beer on me. And while you're at it, you could sing yourself a little Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner. Wait a minute.
That does not sound like a present for him, Boomer Sooner.
I'm not a Boomer Sooner.
He's an ASU Sun Devil.
Yeah, I'm a
right
Sun
there.
Devil.
Why don't you play the Sun Devil theme song for yourself,
I think
Randy?
I should. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
There we go.
Day in and day out, he's Boomer Soonering the hell out of you. The least you can do for him is say, go Devils.
Yeah.
By the way, not a bad weekend of beating the Organs, right?
How about that?
73-53 over Oregon State. You say what you want about ASU, but they got them pasty pale white boys numbers all day, all day long, showing up in their flannel and wearing some fashion from like 15 years ago. That's what it is. That's Oregon.
I don't think that's accurate. Sorry.
Well, I was from there, man. I know because I got here. I was like 15 years out of date in my fashion sense and pasty white. I'm still in. But no, it was nice to see ASU get a couple of wins in a row. And as Mr. Betterman said on that action update, 3 wins in a row for ASU.
How about that?
I don't care what the reality of it is. I don't care that it's against teams that do or do not matter. I just like to see them win.
Yeah, it feels good. And Oregon State is the definition of not mattering. But you know what? It would have been worse.
You didn't have to even say that. Why'd you say that? Why do you feel like you got to say that?
Because they got it done anyway.
I'm just sitting over here happy that they won. You got to throw that in.
I'm still happy that they won, though, because we'd all be here complaining if they didn't get it done.
Not you, because they're not your team.
I mean, they're not my team, but I am adopting.
You're an outsider.
Teams in the area.
You're an outsider.
You're an outsider.
Who's your horrible
I'm
team
not gonna
again?
lie.
The Texas
I
Downhorns?
Practically on campus. But
No,
anyway,
it's not down.
You actually do.
I'm basically on campus. Yeah, they're the Longhorns, and as I predicted, they lost on Saturday.
Well, our team won. So anyway, so nice to see ASU win right there. Also nice to see the Coyotes get a win against Los Angeles Kings on Saturday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They got a nice win against the Dallas Stars on Sunday after a tough loss with the Los Angeles Kings on Saturday. They played them. They played them well right up until that third period. But there's something in there. There's something to these Coyotes. They're not going to win a whole lot of games this year, but there's something there. There's something you can build on, I think. And by the time they show up in front of 5,000 screaming fans of other teams over at the ASU facility, they're going to have something.
Yes, they are.
So Nick Schmaltz, Clayton Keller, nice job against the Dallas Stars. Lawson Krause as well. He got his 50th NHL goal. So anyway, let's move on to things we care about. And the All-Star game's not one of them. Did you watch, Randy?
Hell no.
What time was it? What night was that on?
I don't know. I was having too much. I partied all weekend.
You
Are
did.
You kidding me?
Keon, what day was the All-Star game on?
It was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday?
Yeah, it was last night.
Sounds like a Sunday thing to do, doesn't it? I do have the score. All I know is the and something that I don't know. Should it bother us? Okay. Team LeBron beat Team Durant by a hairpiece. I mean, by a 3-pointer. And so Chris Paul played. Now we just got reports he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Yet there he is playing. And I know a lot of people. He probably wasn't really playing. He was just out there just so he could say he played. Maybe there was a contract thing where he gets a bonus just for being on the court. Maybe he just, I don't know, wanted to hang out and ride jet skis like LeBron likes to do. But it wasn't a good look to see Chris Paul, who's got a thumb injury that will cause him to be away from the Suns for 2 months. He's out there sort of running around.
Well, it was an all-star game. It was in LA. He was already in LA.
But
it wasn't a very competitive game. There wasn't a lot of beating and banging. There was absolutely no come on, 173 to 170 or something. What the hell was the score?
It's like if I had called in sick for COVID and all of a sudden I show up on somebody else's radio show. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh yeah, everything's fine. And then I'm out for 2 months.
Like sort of like you decided to give somebody else COVID and not give us COVID anyway, because he had the
you
wrist
can't give somebody else a thumb injury.
No,
it's not catching.
Which is why the analogy is kind of breaking down.
Your analogy is breaking down, Keon.
But I'm going to roll with it to a degree because he still had the thumb wrapped. Is my point. It's not like he wasn't. He was out there, going really hard at it, and of course, he was out there for a limited minutes, and then he took a seat, and that was that. He just made the appearance essentially.
There wasn't supposed to be defense at the All-Star game. So I guess, there wasn't.
The fourth quarter is the only time it happens.
And then they doubled Steph Curry, which, by the way, Matt Mann wants you to know the NBA All-Star game was in Cleveland. So that means Chris Paul and his busted thumb had to fly from LA to Cleveland.
That's right. See, I didn't even care about the damn thing. I thought it was in LA. Never mind.
So that happened, and I don't care about the All-Star game. Did you watch the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Was it everything you dreamed it would be?
No.
Do you want a couple of hours of your life back?
Game. No, it's not that. I know what it is. I've been watching it for years. It's just an exhibition. It's just kind of cool to see, Trae Young throw a lob pass to John Morant. That's the kind of stuff I want to see.
That is cool. I
know.
mean, you think about some of the matchups that you get to see in the All-Star game, but other than that, I mean, come on.
It's my favorite of the All-Star games in sports. The Pro Bowl, of course, is absolutely worthless. I do like baseball's All-Star game, but I like the NBA All-Star game and the way that they have that. I forget what the ending of the game is called, that fourth quarter where you've got to score 24 points to end the quarter. So it's not a timed quarter.
It's called sweet release.
Is it?
I don't think that's what it's
the
called.
Elon ending, something like that. It's a really fun way to end the game because
it's called about damn time.
Because it does get those guys playing a little bit of defense, at least in that fourth period, because there's no clock. You're just trying not to get scored on, and then your pride flares up a little bit. And so some defense actually gets played. So it actually winds up being a little bit of fun at the end of the game.
Fed fan says, okay, first, Steph Curry was on fire. Second, Chris Paul only wanted to play to get one assist, and everyone who was playing was told not to touch his hands. I don't think he got that assist, did he? I don't think he got an assist.
I don't know. Remember.
That did not happen. Why did he just want the one assist? What was the point of that? Cards Chappie says, sad news about Chris Paul, but he played a few minutes with his left hand, no defense. It was a joke play against Booker. Yeah, I figured it was just for fun, but I don't know, it just didn't really sit well with me. I don't know. It kind of bugged me. Just a Tip says, I was hoping Ryan Blaney would win the Daytona, but even though he didn't, I think he scored major points for the team by playing defense like he did. So do you think the team will reward him later this season with other drivers playing defense for him?
There's a lot of speculation, Jeffrey, on what goes on with these teams. I mean, the last time, Ryan did this and Austin Cindric won. I don't think teams do that. We're going to reward one driver for good. But I do think the drivers themselves will work together and they will remember what happened. This is a huge, huge event. This is something that everybody marks on their calendar in NASCAR. Remember, I talked to you about the Super Bowl. This is the event these guys look forward to other than the championship weekend. So everybody wants to win. Now this rookie has come out there and won, and he's racing for one of the great teams in NASCAR, Penske Motorsports. So, maybe Cindric will remember what Ryan Blaney did and help him if he's in a situation where he could take him out or he could push him to victory. I think he'll push him to victory.
Blaney sounds like a name of a guy who would be depressed. Blaney. My name is Blaney, and
it's a great racing name.
Is it my turn to win yet?
His grandfather, his dad, his uncle, they were all great race car drivers.
I come from a long line of drivers. I'd really like to win. I'm a little sad. But Blaney name hasn't been said often with winning. Can I win this time? Blaney.
It's all right. Am I the only one that sounds like a sad name?
Apparently.
Yeah. MMA Joe says, happy birthday, Randy. You are all the best. Been hectic, but be able to check into the Daily Blender again. Best show on the radio, says MMA Joe.
Thank you.
Berg says NASCAR started. I wonder what Dean Blandino's thoughts are on that. Why do you keep trying to bring Dean Blandino out, Berg? Oh, damn it.
Hello again. Sexiest name in sports, Dean Blandino. I only get involved in one type of racing. How fast can we get to the love room? Sexiest name in sports, Dean Blandino. You guys stay sexy out there.
Love room sounds like a Jeffrey Epstein thing a little bit, doesn't it? It makes me uncomfortable. So we're going to take a break. More texts of people saying happy birthday to Randy and other sports things we'll talk about next. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, Call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337 or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Huzzah! Weekends now through April 3rd.
It's awesome.
I love it. It's great for the family. All our kids love it. That's why we come here. Yes.
Good times can be had by all. It's the best time we have every year. It's a great time for everyone. Join us at the Renaissance Festival! Huzzah! Come and have a turkey leg.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Huzzah! Weekends now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Bashes and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashes, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
Yeah, you come out here and you'll have a good time. My kids love it.
There's lots of shops to go to. Hair braiding, face painting. Oh, and I really like the meat sticks, the turkey. Whoa! Huzzah! There's so much going on. Make sure you come out early and stay all day.
The Renaissance Festival is open on President's Day, Monday, February 21. Don't miss the action and adventure. Huzzah!
Hi, welcome to Furniture Depot. And you, come on in. Yes.
Couches are flying off the floor at Cheyenne's Furniture Store.
Sarah, can you go over to dining sets, please?
She needs more sales associates before shoppers take their seats
Did
elsewhere.
somebody give you a price check on trundle beds?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Over 500,000 service members, veterans, and their families call Arizona home. If you're currently serving in the military, are a veteran, family member, or supporter, we need your voice in the Arizona Veteran Survey. Visit connectveterans.org/survey. Help prioritize more support at connectveterans.org/survey. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, and Arizona's Be Connected community.
Download our podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
Don't be that guy.
Arizona's new exclusive home for live NFL games and Super Bowl 55. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this beautiful Monday. Some windy conditions outside. So, you check your lawn chairs, cover your pools, take care of your lightweight animals, that sort of thing.
Are we at toupee report level?
We are right now. High winds. Watch your toupees. Keep those hatches battened down. This past weekend, I had 4 drivers. Jeffrey bet on 5 drivers. Doggone it, they were right there at the end. We just they couldn't make it happen. Ryan Blaney, one of my guys, right there at the end. Doggone it. But listen, there's always a new day when you have the FanDuel Sportsbook app. As a matter of fact, we talked about the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game. Second half of the season is here, and you can turn every Thursday into payday with NBA on TNT on the FanDuel Sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you win or if you lose. FanDuel giving all customers, now listen, this is very important you listen here, giving all customers $10 back every Thursday in site credit just to bet a $10 or more same-game parlay on any NBA on TNT game. So you can look at your favorite team, look at maybe a game that you feel confident, oh, well, this team will win. Go look it up after you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app by using promo code Randy1580. Get that on your phone and start looking at the options that you have. Same game parlays give you all sorts of different ways for you to take a $10 bet and turn it into a big score. You can bet the rebounds, assists, money line, point totals, over-unders, point spread, whole bunch of stuff. You can root for your favorite players. You can have a favorite player focused parlay if you want. Say your favorite player is Devin Booker. Well, he's going to score 30. He's going to have 15 assists. And he's going to have, 9 rebounds. And you can set that up as there's your 3-leg parlay right there. And if it pays off, man, it pays big. Win or lose, you're guaranteed to get your $10 back added to your account when you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Again, use promo code Randy1580 and get that download going. About 90 seconds is what it takes you. And it's really easy to sign up, easy to use, quick payouts. It's just a win all the way around. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up with promo code Randy1580 to make every moment more this NBA season. Promo code Randy1580 exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Remember, you've got to be 21 or older and present in Arizona. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restriction apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
All right, so we're going to talk about LeBron James for a moment, if you don't mind. He's not one of my favorite
do we
players.
have to?
He seems like a decent enough guy, does
LeBron
things for his
James.
community, but
Do we have to?
I don't like him much as a player. So he's saying that I'm gonna keep playing, and I'm gonna keep playing until my son is in the league, and then when he's there, I'm going to join that team. And so a lot of people are wondering, like, does that really help Bronny? I'm like, I think that might hurt Bronny a little bit. First off, Dad's making it all about himself now. He's making it all about himself. And of course, this kid already has the talent to just probably do it by himself without any help from Dad. But now he's just like, I just want to play my last year with my son. Now, I can appreciate you wanting to play your last year with your son, but maybe you should have kept that to yourself until he got on the team. And then you make a move to do something like that. But now I feel like, well, okay, are they going to take Bronny to get LeBron, or are they going to take Bronny in spite of LeBron?
So if you are, let's say you are one of the team, let's say you're the Charlotte Hornets, and you're in the draft, and Bronny is in the draft, and you have the opportunity to take him. Keon, I want to know from you specifically. Do you draft Bronny James and want to have LeBron James for a year? If he makes it that far, if LeBron James makes it that far, is that your kind of strategy?
I think you have to take Bronny on his own merit and then worry about the LeBron stuff later.
Kind of like the LeVar Ball thing a little
bit, except, this could potentially be crazier because, of course, the guy's playing for the team. But yeah, I think you go, if Bronny's talented enough and he fits what your team does and what you want to do with your roster, I think you worry about LeBron James after the fact and don't consider him, because he's not going to be the long-term foundation of your team. Bronny's going to be the foundation of your team if you're drafting him, and all the indications point to he's going to be a lottery pick. So you're going to be drafting him to be, that foundational piece in your franchise. You can't worry about what LeBron's going to do. And yeah, LeBron does make this harder on a lot of teams by putting that out there, because maybe his skill is not where it is even now. Maybe he's declined some more. And you make that a harder decision to make. Or maybe because LeBron comes with a certain level of baggage that comes, LeBron's going to want certain things, personnel decisions and all that with your team. Maybe you don't want that either.
So will LeBron settle for being a bench player just to be on the same team as his son?
I was just going to ask you that, Jeffrey. Do you think he comes off the bench at his advanced age? Maybe
I don't
he's
know.
not, just to play with Bronny and be on the same team with Bronny?
I think it depends on if he has fully realized his self, meaning he knows his skills have diminished and it's not right to expect them to put him in as a starter so he can run next to his son all the time. But being on the bench and be able to come off the bench and play with him some would be good. But it'll depend on the ego issue and if he has a realistic mirror of himself.
I do think that LeBron understands where he is in his career. Like the whole point of him pushing for the Lakers to get Anthony Davis was to pass that torch on to Anthony Davis for him to be the guy to carry the load. Now, Anthony Davis is so injury prone, that never happened. Then you push to try and get a Russell Westbrook, someone who can take the load off of you. He's just not a great fit for the team. So now you're just kind of in this place where you have to be LeBron of old, but you're LeBron and actually old. And so, I don't know if LeBron actually even wants to be the guy that's carrying a team, a year, 2 years from now, however long it takes for Bronny to wind up in the league.
Well, I think as long as he's realistic about where he is and what he would expect, I don't think he can even dictate my son's in your team, so you'll be taking me now. I don't think that teams are going to put up with that when it's it's going to sell tickets, though. It will sell tickets to have LeBron out there with his son, even if everybody knows his skill set has diminished, just to see him there playing with his son, which is something have we seen in the NBA? A father and son playing on the same team? Has that ever happened? I mean,
I can't think of a time when the NBA, no.
Yeah, I can think of a few examples where they've just missed each other, but
Right.
I actually can't think of any where they have played together.
Well, you know what? I guess we don't need to worry about it. My only thought on this was, I hope that doesn't hurt his kid. And his kid, it's got to be a lot of pressure to be LeBron James's son. And now you got to worry about the old man coming with you. You know, the old man is going to be hanging out. It's like part of growing up. You go off to college, you go off and you do your own thing. You start your own life. And now LeBron's just like a hanger on. He's like, it's like dad going to the party with you. It's like, see, dad, this is not a party for you. You know, oh no, I'm still hip. I'm still cool. And it could just become kind of an embarrassment for Bronny. But what do I know? Like when you see him say stuff like that, it makes you kind of, Fed fan says, this is my wish that LeBron ends up playing in China because that's the only place that would sign his son. What?
Wow.
Well, that's not true.
His son is actually really good.
Both of his kids are really good, and there's a decent chance the second one might be better than the first one. I don't think that that's true at all.
King of Kenton says, happy birthday, Rando, because you can't drink all day without Randy's sweet release. That's right. 4:45 is when this show is going to end. Randy, whiskey, please.
There you go.
Boomer Sooner says, guys, I heard a Phoenix Suns rep say that Chris Paul has a real bad case of claustrophobia. So he did not see local doctors. He flew in a private jet to LA to get a second opinion. I was coming right from the horse's mouth there that Suns Arena, Boomers Sooner, it's because the machine in LA doesn't have you get all the way inside for an MRI. You can sit on a
Open
chair.
MRI.
Oh, I've had one of those here, Boomer Sooner. They have
Yeah.
those here.
Yeah, they've got them here.
I had they were looking for calcium in my heart or something, you know. I guess I've been drinking milk wrong. But anyway, so yeah, I don't think that is probably the real story. Blissful Hayes says Suns need to sign Javon Carter to help out at point guard. The Nets are releasing him. I know we're okay. Isn't Campaign still around?
Yeah, Campaign is still around. I mean, unless you're just seriously worried about depth, then that would be it. I just don't think that that's a concern that the Suns really have.
They need to win like what, half of their games between now and the time Chris Paul comes back and they're still in the playoffs. I mean, they have the best record in the NBA, but will that withstand 2 months of bad games?
I mean,
I
think it would. It could withstand 2 months of bad games, but I mean, that would be a historic collapse.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll be 2 months of bad games. I think there'll be some games they could have won with Chris Paul and maybe lost, but I don't think it's going to make a difference at the end of the season. As long as you get Chris Paul back, 100%.
They've been winning games at an insane clip. So maybe that number diminishes. Maybe they're not winning as often, but they'll still win a bunch of games.
Chief Skull says, afternoon, guys. Happy birthday, Randy. Curious why President's Day is a holiday. Do we really want to celebrate our presidents? I think we used to. Because they used to be somebody that you would look up to and think, oh, wow, what an amazing man. And then, of course, you read more history. And as people have said on Twitter, a lot of them were slave owners. So I don't know if we want to celebrate those bastards. So, probably a handful of good presidents. You know what I mean? A handful of good presidents over the years. So I think, happy birthday, Randy. I think it's more important.
I, for one, Ron Reagan here. I, for one, am very happy about President's Day. Nancy told me to say that.
Well, I'd also say that I have, read my own presidential library, and I was a bastard too.
Well, I was a Hollywood screen star. I was not a politician. I came right from the Actors Guild, right to the White House. So.
Right to selling arms to the Contras. Okay.
Well,
okay, Ronnie.
It wasn't my fault. That was Nancy.
That was Nancy. Nancy was the real power. Actually, I would believe that if you told me that. Yeah.
Have you seen her in a skirt?
Well,
Good night.
Her elbows were so sharp she killed many men accidentally in elevators. Heavy Metal Maniac says this might be more likely scenario. Did LeBron James there could be player coach for his son's team and then bring himself into play with his son for a game or something.
Man, we haven't had a player coach since like the 70s.
All right, that's it for this hour. 45 more minutes of the Daily Blender coming up next.
Boy, am I tired.
Here on 1580 The Fanatic.
That's a no whip, high foam, 170 degrees, sugar-free gingerbread latte.
Ah, yes, it's gingerbread latte season at Duchesne's Coffee Shop.
Gingerbread on the side.
He'll need a seasonal barista before his cookie starts to crumble.
Anything else? Oh, there's a list.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Innings Festival, the ultimate 2-day spring training, music, and baseball celebration at Tempe Beach Park on February 26th and 27th. You'll see Tame Impala, St. Vincent, The War on Drugs, Philly Strings, and the Foo Fighters. Plus, meet over a dozen baseball legends, including Roger Clemens, Dave Stewart, and Rick Sutcliffe. Listen for your chance to win tickets good for both days. Innings Festival returns February 26th and 27th. Visit inningsfestival.com to view the full lineup and grab your tickets today.
It's time to spread game. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming with an all-new tour. 4 quarters of big plays, ankle-breaking moves, and ball-handling wizardry. Do they dunk? Do they dunk? See the stars rattle the rim in the all-new in-game dunk contest. This is the team everyone can cheer for. The Spread Game Tour is coming. Playing in Phoenix and Glendale on March 5th and 6th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
I'm an Arizona truck driver. I deliver food, medicine, supplies, and hope.
And during times of crisis, I support our communities. But every day I see people putting lives and families at risk.
Distracted driving is deadly, period. Be aware, be safe, and visit sharetheroadaz.com and find tips on how to drive safely around trucks.
This message is sponsored by the Arizona Trucking Association Foundation.
Lifestyles Unlimited Wealth and Passive Income Expo is March 17th, 18th, and 19th. Learn how to retire in 5 years or less from thousands of investors and expert wealth educators. Seek from topics like single-family rentals, buying apartment communities, passive investing, workshops on raising capital, asset protection, tax-free income, and more. Go to wealthandpassiveincomeexpo.com. Free for military, first responders, and medical professionals. Enter promo code EXPO USA. Open to everybody. Wealthandpassiveincomeexpo.com. That's wealthandpassiveincomeexpo.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time
for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm a good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. And we're broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale. And a lot of people want to say happy birthday, Randy.
Thank you very much.
So,
Appreciate you all.
Outside of the laser-guided wrist rocket that I got you there, what else do you get for your birthday? Anything good?
Well, Kim gave me some really neat. I got a new whiskey glass that says Genuine Legend 1962.
Nice.
I also got a beer mug that says basically the same thing on
Saw
it.
that. Yep.
Jake, my son, got me another whiskey glass, and he got me one of those ice cube trays. Have you seen those that have the big giant balls of ice? You fill it up with water. Yeah. So if you have like a mixed drink or something, you have these giant, huge. Jeffrey knows about huge balls. And then
Such a nuisance.
You got me this wonderful wrist rocket and tin cup whiskey, which, by the way, I'm imbibing right now. Thank
good
you
for
very
you.
much for that. It's very good.
Yeah, when I show up to your house, it ain't going to be with wine.
No,
it's going to be with whiskey.
No. And but other than that, I mean, the party was not about presents. It was about everybody else's presence, just being there and having fun and hanging out. So
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way. People don't have to bring me presents if I had a birthday party at my house. But damn it, there had better be cake. There had better be cake at my party. That's all I'm going to say.
There was cannoli dip, and
that was a good spread that your wife had out there. The cannoli dip and those. What were those weird cookies with the Chinese noodles in them? Those are really good. Too.
Those were haystacks.
Haystacks.
Yeah.
Oh, everything that I ate at your party was amazing. And my wife, she just sat down right there at the table with a bunch of people she didn't know. And she's like, I'm having some of this. Some of this.
She was sitting talking to my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law. That's who was parked at the table. So yeah,
she would have made friends with Stalin at that table because your wife put out some amazing looking food, and she's just like, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that. And I mean, I'm not trying to say my wife's fat or nothing. She ain't. She's in fact, she eats, but you can't where the hell does it go? I can't tell where it goes. I have no idea. I don't ask. Keon, you never ask. Of course, never ask. But it was fun. It was fun to hang out, and we got to meet Keon's girlfriend for the first time. So, Randy, you owe me $10. She's real.
Damn it.
Yeah. So it was a fine time, and happy birthday, Randy.
Thank you.
By the way, thank God it's over. The Winter Olympics are finally over.
Oh, I thought you were thanking God that my birthday was finally over.
You could have a birthday week or month if you want, and I'd be happy to celebrate with it. But no, the Olympics, it just just Not a lot of people probably enjoy some of the sports and other silliness in that, but here's how we finished up this year. We finished 5th place. You remember the last time in the United States finished in 5th place in an Olympics?
Yeah, it was this year.
We used to win everything, or the Russians would win everything. We would go back and forth winning everything, and it's like now we're in 5th place. It kind of feels weird, not right.
It feels odd, and I'm not used to it. And I'm
You know
not
what we
gonna
need?
lie, my enthusiasm for this Olympics was lower than it's ever been.
Because they don't have a lot of sports. But you know what we need? We need Russia to invade the Ukraine. We need to go to war with them sons of bitches, and then we'll go. Then we'll be back, and we'll be back with an Olympic team that you can all be proud of. Because then it'll be like, oh hell no, we're not going to put up them doping bastards winning everything.
So you're thinking that we've lost our edge against Russia? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, if I were in charge, I'd be standing there at the border myself saying, I bleep and dare you. I bleep and dare you. We got to get back to Olympic greatness again, you doping sons of bitches. Let's go. Yeah, I'd probably get shot, and that would be like, well, that was a bad decision.
Yes.
So as far as it goes, we got 5th place overall, 25 medals, 4th place in the gold medal count. We got 8 there. I guess not too bad, I guess, considering we do better at the Summer Olympics, but we used to be better at the Winter Olympics than we are now. Women crushed it for us out there, though. They won 52% of the medals for Team USA this year. And let's see, the men were responsible for only 32 medals, and I guess it was mixed gender events. And no, it wasn't like weird. It was like men and women together, like curling, stuff like that. 16%. So I'm not going to bore you with all the details on that, but the big winner was Norway. Which made me happy. It wasn't them doping sons of bitches in Russia.
Yeah. Well, they did do some damage. The ROC.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of that crap's going to get disqualified like 3 years from now. They'll quietly release them. Kind of like this whole thing with Medina Spirit. Well, guess what? You're now not the Kentucky Derby winner. And they suspended Bob Baffert again for 90 days. They stripped him of the win. So Medina Spirit is no longer. He's also no longer living. Oh,
good heavens!
Yeah,
oh, no.
Well, he killed himself. It was really tragic. It was for the whole scandal.
I don't believe this.
No, I read the note. It was tragic.
I don't believe this for a second.
So yeah. So who gets the win then? I mean, I don't know who the other horse was.
Well, the second place horse would get
Carl.
Whoever came in second place.
No, it's Carl. Carl. Yeah, I think it was pretty sure his name's Carl.
Carl. The horse's name is Carl.
I'm scanning down this paper as fast as I can, so I'm going to say Carl.
Does not sound like a horse.
Mandaloon.
Name,
Mandaloon.
Mandaloon.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds like a horse. Mandaloon.
Mandaloon. I just like the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way. Anyway, so that happened. So the Olympics happened. By the way, man card accreditation or man card salute. I'm not sure what to do with this, but skier Remy Lindholm of Finland, right? He's skiing. He's doing his skiing thing, cross country skiing. Remember, I say I have respect for cross country skiing. That is a sport. That is a lot of work. I get tired just thinking about it. These guys are and they do it in horrible elements, but I guess where they were at, it was supremely cold. And so he was out there. He's like, it was one of the worst competitions I've ever been in. It was just battling through that. And 50-kilometer race, they were like, we got to shorten this to 30 or we're going to kill people. And then they delayed it by an hour trying to not be in the worst of the cold. And Remy got 28th place out of 61 people. But what made that remarkable is he suffered a frozen penis.
What?
He suffered a frozen penis competing for Finland. He said it was one of the worst things. It was just when the body parts started to warm up after the finish, the pain was unbearable.
No kidding.
Frozen penis. But you know what? All of us men, we had a frozen penis. We'd be like, just let's put it on the counter like, hey, it's frozen. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh, it's warm. Ah! Oh my God. You know, we still you can't help it.
How do you, I don't know.
Are you saying if it was frozen, we'd be playing with it?
I go, we're men. We're always playing.
Can you call timeout in cross country? How do you get out of that? Because I'm not finishing a race.
No. He's the one guy down. Go like after that next year, you'll see him one hand ski and then a hairdryer the whole time around his crotch. It's like, no, I don't care.
Immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours.
I don't care if it takes me 8 hours. This is how I ski now. Now there's no timeout in cross country skiing.
Yeah, that's a
wait, everybody, hold on.
Can I shoot a flare? How do they get me out of the race? It's over for me. The moment that I notice,
I would take my frozen penis and I would just whiz. I quit in the snow. Send the helicopter in. That's the thing. But yeah, so he was 28th place. He was in first place, but he was immediately disqualified for using an extra pole.
I hate myself.
Fed fan says again, why? I can't listen. That's not our fault. The dude's penis froze. That's it.
He was the one that finished the race with it.
Like, hey, do you want to wear an extra pair of long johns? No, I got this. Let's see. Baker's Cocky Hens says, disclaimer, Jeffrey, I almost crashed over the frozen penis. Yeah, so did this Remy guy from Finland. Can you imagine? Trying to ski with that thing? Guys, don't blame us if you crash your cars. We're not liable.
Mm-hmm.
Just the Tip says, I remember one time at a winter festival in Bemidji, Minnesota. There was a frozen pianist. That's not the same thing. Nope, it's not the same thing.
Not even close.
ROC Kiss the Cook says stands for Russians on Crack.
Mm.
And he says, sadly, I'll miss Randy's barbecue on Saturday. I was looking forward to making gumbo style green beans for the potluck and celebration.
What?
Well, no, that was last Saturday, Kiss the Cook. So you're not going to miss it. You did miss it. And get this guy a shot of Pappy Van Winkle whiskey for his birthday. He says happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Kiss the Cook. Appreciate you.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, when will Bob Baffert finally be banned from all his continuing cheating? He gets caught so much. He's so stupid. Always trying to cheat. That's a good question. And I think you think now would be a good time?
You would think now, but I honestly think that you answered your own question there. Because he never really gets suspended or any real repercussions hit him. I believe that there are fines, but that doesn't mean anything to him. He's got tons of cash. As long as he's able to continue to try, that there's no one that's going to stop him, and they're clearly not going to step in and do anything about it. So he's going to continue to do it.
See, these racing horse people, that whole industry of horse racing, they are a very proud group of people, and you don't take money from them. what you do is you strip him of the title. His horse won the title. You stripped him of the title, and now the entire industry is going to look at Bob Baffert as if he has, some sort of a terrible disease that is incurable. The whole industry, except for maybe a select few that know him, the rest of the industry are going to, and this is going to cost him dearly.
You think the guy skiing with a frozen penis maybe would have put like a warm potato in his shorts or something? In the front. Don't make it weird.
Yeah. At least
Pete Carroll had that thing that fell out of his pocket. He was warming his penis with something.
That's smart. Though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's better than waiting till it's completely frozen and then as it unfreezes, unbearable, unspeakable pain.
I'm sorry, Randy. I was listening to what you were saying, but that's on my mind pretty heavy right now.
Well, I can see why.
Guy gets so what do we give the frozen penis guy? Do we give him a man card accreditation? Do we just give him the man card salute? And if so, what do we salute with? A man card purple heart.
No.
Give him a man card purple heart on.
How about a man card purple helmet?
On. Yeah, purple helmet. There you go. Kiss the Cook says hand warmers. Well, use them down there in the crotch pockets. That'll do it. Blissful Hayes says, you think Bobby Hurley is jealous of GCU coach Bryce Drew because GCU fills their home arena and ASU stadium is half empty for home games? Well,
No.
yeah, I'm sure he's jealous of having a crazy crowd like GCU has, but if ASU stadium is not so full, that's just the way it is. Guess what? U of A's stadium is got like 17 people in it for their football games. So, your weaker sports are going to get less people. Your better sports are going to get more. It's just the way it is.
I wonder if they could do like an ice rink at the stadium there, the bank in Tempe. I wonder if they can do it. Where does the ASU hockey team play?
Well, soon it'll be the same place the Coyotes play.
Well, I know that, but do they have the capabilities of having a hockey rink at the? And why didn't somebody think of this before they signed a multi-year deal to be in a 5,000 seat stadium? What the hell is going on
with
over
ASU?
in Glendale? What?
It's with ASU. The 5,000 seat stadium is ASU stadium.
Why would you build a stadium like the bank in Tempe without the capabilities of freezing an ice block in there and having the hockey team come out there and skate?
Are you still thinking about the guy's frozen penis too? You keep talking about ice, and that's all I can think about is a lot of people's penises getting frozen.
I haven't let go of it either. It's honestly
that's hard to just forget right there. Dodger Danny says, no, Jeffrey, to get over our results in the Olympics, we need Dodger baseball back. Let's go Dodgers.
No.
Now what we need is Diamondbacks baseball back.
Yeah.
Now I'll feel better if that happens.
Yeah. There we go.
King
Diamondback action. Yeah.
Says, go Devils. Hey, Keon, ASU is at UCLA tonight. Do the Sun Devils continue to play well? You think the Devils can beat the spread plus 13?
Boy, that's tough. UCLA is really good. I mean, maybe they can cover the spread. I mean, ASU's played really close with some good teams.
Didn't ASU, though, play strong against UCLA the last time they met? I thought that was a pretty close game.
I believe they did. And, of course, both times they played Arizona, those were also close
we
games
don't care about them.
for half. I'm just saying.
We don't care about Arizona.
Those were close games, too, at least for
I don't know why you bring them into the conversation. I asked about UCLA, not
We're talking about civilized people, Keon.
Okay.
But we talking about the Wildcats.
The point is, I think they might be able to hang with them because they are scrappy. But boy, UCLA,
scrappy,
tough.
I like that. Yeah.
Really tough.
So this is like their third day in a row playing, right?
ASU's,
yeah. No, I was thinking hockey. Never mind. I was just thinking about the frozen penis. I got to get my mind off that. But listen, since you brought up Arizona, even though really nobody wanted you to, Keon.
I'm sorry.
Why would you do that?
I apologize.
There is maybe some hope for Tucson. Maybe is some hope, at least for one.
Wait, what?
There's maybe one part of the experience, the excruciating sadness of being in Tucson. Now, I'll get there. Trust me. Jacksonville, Florida, they got a big problem. Something in the city has been stinking up the place, and it's not the Jaguars, but they do stink. But they don't know when the odor first arrived. But they've been dealing with it for years, kind of like Tucson.
Okay. All right.
Over
I'm
the
listening.
last 18 months, there have been 2,800 complaints. There'd be more, but people in Florida or that Jacksonville. Yeah, they're stupid. Anyway, so the city has set up a network of 13 sensors throughout Jacksonville to try to figure out why Jacksonville smells so bad. They think the smell might be coming from chemicals called volatile organic compounds, which is a really nice way of saying the bastards that live here. But they say it could also be from manufacturing facilities, but they're not sure. So they put the sensors out. They're going to try to help pinpoint where stuff is coming from. They'll combine the data with info from the weather stations. And if they find out where it is, they can try to stop that. So Tucson has got to be very excited that there might be a way, but you don't need all these sensors to pinpoint where the stink is coming from in Tucson. You just got to Google Arizona campus. And there you go.
Wow.
But still, it's hope. It's hope that maybe at least the stank in Tucson can get taken care of.
There's got to be something comforting, at least, about knowing where it comes from. Yeah.
Don't feel bad. I know you might have been born in Tucson, Randy, but at least your family was smart enough to get the hell out.
Yes, very quickly. As a matter of fact, I don't think I reached 6 months old.
You held your breath that long, did you?
Well,
good man.
Thank you.
All right, we got to take a break. We come back. We got 4 quarters with Keon Rose. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Innings Festival, the ultimate 2-day spring training music and baseball celebration at Tempe Beach Park on February 26th and 27th. You'll see Tame Impala, St. Vincent, The War on Drugs, Philly Strings, and the Foo Fighters. Plus, meet over a dozen baseball legends, including Roger Clemens, Dave Stewart, and Rick Sutcliffe. Listen for your chance to win tickets good for both days. Innings Festival returns February 26th and 27th. Visit inningsfestival.com to view the full lineup and grab your tickets today.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Hi, welcome to Furniture Depot. And you, come on in. Yes.
Couches are flying off the floor at Cheyenne's Furniture Store.
Sarah, can you go over to dining sets, please?
She needs more sales associates before shoppers take their seats
Did
elsewhere.
somebody give you a price check on trundle beds?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I represent low-cost airlines, and we know a lot of you are not traveling right now, and we understand. However, if you do need to travel between now and the end of the year, now is a great time to lock in some of the lowest prices we've seen in a lifetime. Hey, in normal times, we can save you up to 75%, but now airlines are practically giving away seats. We have inside deals on over 500 airlines. Here are a few sample round-trip deals we found. Seattle to Vegas, $35. Chicago to Atlanta, $85. Los Angeles to Atlanta, $100. Of course, there are some limitations, but the airlines want your business right now. And cancellation and change fees are flexible. So fly somewhere this year, book now, save a ton, call right now.
802-341-4535. 802-341-4535. 802-341-4535. That's 802-341-4535.
College basketball is on the Fanatic. Are you ready for the madness? GCU is charging through the WAC on a collision course for the big dance. Catch their games live on the home of GCU basketball. We catch up with the best the NCAA has to offer. When it comes to college basketball, we are your home for all the action. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Randy White rocking the air guitar.
of this song.
I like the Foo Fighters too, but get to hear it a lot every single break on this show, so that's nice. Just saying. So, Randy,
Jeffrey.
So I actually, my strategy on betting on the Daytona 500. I did my 5 bets. Didn't work this time, but it did work for the Waste Management Phoenix Open. But now you
keep rubbing that in. Yes. Go
Well,
ahead.
I'm realizing that's probably I got very lucky the first time, and that's not a good strategy. So I got to start working some more strategies. Tell me more about some of the ways that FanDuel works, so that I can maybe try to do some strategies between, of course, my DraftKings and your FanDuel.
Well, I think it's always good to have multiple opportunities for you to look up all the information. But FanDuel gives you all sorts of opportunities, like for example, the NBA on TNT on Thursdays. You can take that and make Thursday into a payday with a simple $10 bet. Every Thursday, you lay down $10 on a same game parlay, which, by the way, you can combine different statistics, money line, point spread, player props, all into one wager. And that $10 can end up, paying out pretty big. The way you do that is if you're new and you don't have the FanDuel Sportsbook, you download the FanDuel Sportsbook, sign up with promo code Randy1580, and you'll be able to do that. You can lay down a $10 bet, and then you can look at some of the things that are happening. They've got a Parlay Plus feature now that's in play, and you'll be able to look at some of the other parlays that other people using FanDuel can have already made up, and maybe that looks good to you. Maybe you look and you say, "Oh, I like this Golden State parlay here. I'm going to lay $10 down on that." Or perhaps you want to make up your own. The Phoenix Suns are going to get back in action. They're without Chris Paul, so maybe some of this happens with Campaign, and then you use him in your parlay. Or maybe you're looking for DeAndre Ayton to have a breakout night, so you get the Suns money line. You get them to cover the spread, and you get DeAndre Ayton to have 19 rebounds, 27 points, and maybe 12 assists. Some big night from DeAndre Ayton. You're just feeling like the big guy's going to step up. Download that FanDuel Sportsbook app, promo code Randy1580, and you can make more of a $10 bet. And whether you win or lose, FanDuel is going to give you back your $10. That's right. They're going to give it back to you. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, promo code Randy1580. Make every minute more this NBA season. Promo code Randy1580 exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Remember, you've got to be 21 or older, and you have to be present in Arizona. You can't be in New Mexico. You can't be in Boston. You got to be in Arizona. Bonus issued as non.
You can't even be in Tucson.
Well, that is Arizona.
Not if I have my way.
So, bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Or text next step to 53342, Jeffco.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for 4 quarters with Keon Rose. That's right. 4 quarters with Keon Rose, where he asks us questions about NBA stuff, and we answer them, and I usually win. Go ahead, Keon.
Oh.
You don't win. It's not competition.
Well, let's just go ahead and get started. First quarter. Which we sort of answered the question.
Let me read your mind, Keon. It's about this weekend, right? It's about the wait. It's coming to me.
Let him ask the question. You're not psychic.
It's the All-Star game. Something to do with the All-Star game. Go ahead. What is the question?
It is actually something to do with the All-Star game. There were a lot of things that happened. 3-point shooting contest, dunk contest, the game itself. Also, they had that gathering of the top 75 players that they put out that list before. And of course, 75 years of the NBA. Did you enjoy anything about All-Star Weekend, if anything at all?
All right. Well, first off, not watching the dunk contest. I heard that was a terrible thing, so I very much enjoyed not watching that. I enjoyed not watching the All-Star game because it's always pointless.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah. I didn't watch any of it. Didn't care about it.
All right, Randy. And anything for you stick out or not? If also you didn't watch it.
Well, the great thing that stuck out to me during the All-Star game this weekend was my fantastic brisket that I was smoking, and I didn't pay any damn attention to no NBA All-Star game.
Oh, I had some burros yesterday. That was pretty good.
Oh,
brisket.
Yeah, I'd rather have brisket.
I mean,
Wagyu hybrid brisket.
Stop! You're gonna make me hungry.
Moist.
All
Beautiful.
I'm saying that those are different kinds of all-stars.
I
But
told
okay.
my wife you're amazing. She's like, why did we get invited on Saturday? She said the same thing I did.
I'm sorry. We'll have to have you guys over and I'll smoke a brisket.
It's mouth-watering is what you're describing here. But yeah, I
Unlike the
understand-
All-Star game.
I understand that the All-Star game is it is
Pointless.
an exhibition. It is pointless, but that doesn't mean that it can't be fun. I thought the ending of the game was fun.
Thank God it's over.
I thought Steph Curry going bonkers was absolutely fun.
Well, when there's no defense, how hard is that for a guy who's already doing circus
but
shots?
he's got stupid range, and he showed it that time. He was just showing off. There was one shot. The ball was in the air. He had his back turned, and he was at half court and running away already.
Mhm.
And he drains. I mean, it's Steph Curry ridiculousness turned up to 11. It was absolutely fun to watch in that regard. And I did like seeing the legends of the game, the 75 greatest players according to the NBA, out there hanging out. Yes, Michael Jordan couldn't be bothered to show up on time because he was at the Daytona 500.
He had money on it.
Supporting his team.
Well, he's got a team.
Money in it and on it.
Probably both, knowing Michael Jordan. So
Almost
all
won the
those
damn
things.
thing.
I mean, yeah. That was pretty cool. And obviously Kevin Durant couldn't be there because he had something going on in his family. But just to see those stars together, I really enjoyed that. Let's move right on to second quarter.
Whoa. Before you
More
move
about
on,
the brisket?
I have the brisket's amazing.
Oh, good.
I mean, I cannot stand to get any hungry.
I wanted to ask you, Keon, do you think it was a little controversial question here? Was that final shot by LeBron James in Cleveland's All-Star game set up?
What was it set up? No, I just think LeBron is it's Team LeBron. The guy that's going to have the ability to take that last shot. And it's not
LeBron
a time.
LeBron James, it's Cleveland.
I get it, but I don't think it was set up. He's the guy that's going to be running the show there. And of course, it's not timed. You think it was. know when the last shot is.
I think
what
all of
total
those
you have to
players.
hit.
I think all those players got together. We need to give LeBron the last shot for
Why?
the game winner.
Do you really think they all like him?
It's Cleveland, man. It's LeBron in Cleveland.
Fed fan says, quit trashing my man Steph. He was awesome. Listen, I'm not saying Steph Curry's not awesome, but it's like, I've seen him in a shoot around. He just does great things. And with no defense, of course, he's going to be draining silly shots from all over. See him do it in the game more often, and now I'm more impressed.
There was a point where they tried to kind of double him a little bit. It didn't matter because it doesn't matter when he's
he had been turned the switch for quite some time, so you could have tripled him probably.
I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference. It really wouldn't have made a difference. He was having that kind of night.
I ain't trashing him, Fed fan.
No, I don't think that's what you were trying to do either. So let's roll on to the second quarter here, where I actually sent you not quite the correct question, but I'll ask you the corrected version of the question right now.
Change the question. We already had time to consider the original question.
Because I asked,
who
is your all-star leader halfway through the season? And what I meant to ask was, who is your MVP?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it. Same thing.
All right.
For me, it's Rudy Gobert.
Is it?
No, I'm just kidding. Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course. How about you, Randy?
Boy, I don't know about that. Giannis is playing amazing, but that's tough one because what's it? The Joker? What's his name?
Djokovic.
Nikola Jokic.
Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic.
And he's having a good season too.
He's having a fantastic season as well. I still say I don't have one yet. I think there's 2 or 3 guys that could. Joel Embiid is having an MVP set. There's 3 guys right there.
No, he's no Rudy Gobert.
Well, I win with brisket today, so I don't know what you're. I don't even know why you're trying. I just said brisket.
Damn it!
4 quarters over. No, let's. I'm gonna go DeMar DeRozan. Because
God, that's a good one.
The guy is
not as good as
right
Giannis Antetokounmpo,
though. I mean, Giannis is obviously he's playing like Giannis, but DeMar is messing around with Wilt Chamberlain records with the way that he is shooting the basketball. You're talking about scoring 30 points in a night, but 50% shooting. And for a guy that's a guard, he's not playing around the basket. These are all jump shots. For those efficiency numbers to be Wilt Chamberlain-esque, that is absolutely impressive. And he's got the Bulls at the top of the Eastern Conference. That is a guy that I'm looking at to potentially win the whole damn thing.
4 guys.
Not bad, but Giannis is better.
Let's go to the
Brisket.
third quarter.
I'm
now.
winning.
We talked
Brisket.
a little bit about Chris Paul. Didn't really sit right with you a little bit, Jeffrey, that he went out there and he played the hand. The hand is clearly done, but he went out and played a little bit. Obviously, his little slap and giggle playing of the All-Star game, but still, the optics are the optics of it.
Listen, like I said before, it is not something you want to see, but as long as the Suns can win enough games to stay in playoff contention and you get him back in time, that will mean another trip to the finals. If you don't get him back in time, then it could be trouble.
Right. Which is exactly where we're headed. How concerned are you?
That's what I just said. I thought you already asked.
Yeah, I hadn't quite gotten there, but
I have a thing right here that says what you said. So I just
so
you screwed up the last one, so I just thought
so you helped me out.
Help you with the first.
That's fair. It's a stumbling, bumbling kind of day. Regardless, Randy, how concerned are you about the Chris Paul news?
Brisket.
He's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Well, did I mention I smoked a nice brisket on my birthday on Sunday?
It hasn't come up yet.
Brisket.
I'm very concerned about Chris Paul, and I think, look, he's a grown man. He's been in this league a long time. He knows the risk of going out there and playing with this broken thumb. I think he took a lot of caution, but I still didn't like the fact that he was on the floor and there was a play going on. Now, I understand this was an exhibition game, and everybody knew not to touch him, and so I still didn't like the look of it. I think he should have just been very gracious and waved his hand and, been there, enjoyed the experience, but I didn't like it.
And he's out 6 to 8 weeks. Are you worried about the Suns going into the postseason?
No, not really. I'm not. I slight. I mean, maybe one. I'm at DEFCON 1 here. I'm not worried about. This is not a meltdown for this team. They're 48-10 or something. Some crazy thing. They're winning games all the time. And CP3. This team is not built on CP3, but it is his team to run. And I still think he's going to be with the team. So I think that energy's still going to be there.
So there's a question.
It's DEFCON 1.
How long can the Suns go without him before it does become a problem heading into the playoffs? Because right now it's 2 months.
I don't know, Jeffrey. I think this team's already locked it up. They're going no matter
It's
what.
early
I think
for locked it up. There's a whole half a season to go.
Not really. It's not like they have 40 games left.
They can't lose all the rest of their games and make the playoffs.
I think they could. I'll be honest with you.
Mathematically, I don't think
so. I don't think mathematically you can, just because, for instance, the Warriors could potentially win enough games, and some of these other teams that are lower.
They might lose the 1 seed, but
you might find yourself in play-in game territory if you allow yourself to lose.
But there's no way the Suns are going to win or lose all their games.
No.
Will they lose a little bit more? I don't know yet.
But there's a point where it becomes wrong. And that's what I'm asking. 2, 3, 4 months.
If Cameron Payne gets hurt, I go up to DEFCON 4 because we have no depth at point guard.
I mean that's the tough aspect of it. I think 2 months is about that limit. I don't think you would want to go much longer than that without Chris Paul. And if for some reason he's healing a little bit faster than expected, well, even better. And I'm actually going to say I'm not concerned either about this. I think this might actually wind up being a blessing in disguise, because while the thumb injury is going to take a while to heal, Chris Paul's going to have fresh legs going into the postseason if the Suns can get things rolling.
I thought maybe the AD's injury was like a LeBron fake, where you just like taking some games off. Oh, my ankle, so you get like a big chunk of rest.
It would be interesting if he had done that, but I saw the injury. That was a pretty rough injury.
But because of LeBron, that's the first thing you think.
That is the first thing. I mean,
is this
because
real?
LeBron is the guy. LeBron and those old Spurs teams of 2015 started this whole load management business. So that, of course, it does have to come to mind. So let's go ahead and get to the fourth quarter.
On the hot seat.
On the hot seat. It is a basketball question, but not necessarily an NBA question. We're going to touch on the Juwan Howard incident over the weekend. Open hand slapped an assistant coach for Wisconsin. Got into a dust up with Greg Gard, the head coach of Wisconsin. Should Juwan Howard be fired?
Well,
for this kerfuffle.
So you need to look deeper into that, because there are 2 people involved with your kerfuffle. So whatever. What I understand is he instigated the conversation about it, and I don't know who put their hands on who first. I mean, I don't think you fire somebody because they started saying, "Hey, what the hell, man? Calling timeout. You guys were killing us, and you're going to call a timeout." That's kind of a jerk move. And the other guy trying to explain it. Okay, well, that's all fine. But when somebody touches the other guy, when somebody starts poking or pushing or whatever, that's where things went sideways. So I've seen like very short versions of the video, but I can't tell who touched who first, who started the actual physical altercation.
It seems like Greg Gard put his hands on like his chest, but not in a confrontational way.
You touch a man, what do you think is going to happen, especially when they're you don't touch a guy.
It wasn't even that. As Juwan was walking by, he refused to shake his hand. The head coach of Wisconsin reached out and grabbed his arm. Okay, that's mistake one. You never put your hands on another man.
That's what I'm saying.
Number two, broken rule number two, don't touch a man who's already angry about it. You should have waited. You let him go on by, call him on the phone after a day or so, let him calm down and explain your situation then.
Yeah.
You don't try to take care of it right then in the heat of the moment. It was just 15 seconds ago, man. You don't try to get in this guy's face. So I don't think that Juwan Howard should be fired over this whole thing, but I don't agree with him throwing a punch. Of course, I wasn't in the melee, so I don't know what that assistant coach said.
And that was the thing, because Juwan actually kept his hands to himself for the most part throughout all of this. And then that assistant coach said something. I don't know what he said. Could be anything. Might not even have been that bad. But whatever it was, Juwan was already mad. And out came the open hand and the slap. And
that's where you lose. That's where you immediately lose. That somebody should have removed him from the situation. Players should have never come back into the situation.
Well, they were trying to get him out, and he's got such a long reach. You know,
former
he's 6'8"
basketball
or
player.
something.
Yeah, I mean, it just...
and somebody was mouthing at him, and he just bap. There you go, mouth that one, Jack.
I'm going to say it remains to be seen, Keon. Fire him for that. It's not something he started. A little chubby white guy might need to get fired for putting his hands on a man. The coach grabbing the other guy's arm, it instigates and makes things worse. Those are the guys I want to look at, maybe getting fired, not the guy who was just like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, the firing talk has just been around. I don't think he should be fired. I really think that this is just a dust up where there are multiple parties who had something to do with how we got to where we got by the end.
And I did not appreciate the look. I know the athletic director needed to make some sort of a statement, but I don't appreciate him putting the onus on Michigan itself in his comments after the game. So shame on him.
I like how the NCAA came out and said, well, we're not happy he took his mask off. Like, what? That's what we're focusing on right now? That was it. That was their only statement there for a minute. Well, we weren't happy that he took his mask off, and the other people that have masks on. That's mask thing.
Yeah, that's the big deal. Somebody got slapped, but the mask. Anyway,
I'll slap the mask on you.
And that is the end of 4 quarters.
It's almost the end of the show. I think we only have a very short amount of time left before that thing goes. So can we do this real quick? It's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1952, the Boston Celtics and Fort Wayne Pistons tipped off at midnight. Called it a milkman special following an Ice Follies performance at Boston Garden. Bob Cousy of the Celtics had 24 points in front of 2,368 tired customers in an 88-67 win. Back to me, Jeffrey. Yeah, that meant that game probably finished up around 3 a.m.
So they waited till the Ice Follies were done.
Yeah.
Melted the ice.
Yeah.
Removed it.
Yeah.
Set in the basketball court.
Right.
And then played the game.
Exactly.
Who the hell thought that schedule up?
Well, they never did it again.
They should be fired.
Mr. Pink Eye says, happy birthday, Randy. Go ahead and take the rest of the day off.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Blissful Hayes says that Olympian worked pretty hard to get that medal. You didn't get a medal, sorry. Just the Tip says, would you rather have your junk frozen or have a ruptured testicle like Chris Snyder on the Diamondbacks?
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Boy, that's a weird choice. That's a weird choice. Neither?
I mean, neither one of them. Thank
Navy
you.
Brad says, Randy, birthday wishes with the first big race down. What's your impression on the pit stops?
I thought they were very good. I thought for the first weekend in competitive action, I think the teams were ready to go.
I saw a few mistakes with these guys trying to get the car woed down. They have bigger brakes, 30% more braking pad, and so it's a different feel for these drivers. But I think they'll get the hang of it. Should be a lot of fun to watch this season.
Saw some wheels come flying off too with those one lug nut setup thing there.
Yeah, I saw a couple of wheels go crazy. But
did you think the
those guys
same
will
thing
get
I
it.
did?
What?
You took a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. It's an old song, Keon. It's a very old song.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah. Kiss the Cook says this is similar to when Danny Manning blew out his knee when he stepped on Joe Klein's foot during practice. Sun season quickly went downhill. So Kiss the Cook must be thinking that the Suns' fortunes are about to drastically change.
I don't think so. Campaign is a very good player. I think he'll fill in nicely.
Kiss the Cook also says he smoked 10 pounds of ribs yesterday with a nice ancho chili coffee and brown sugar rub.
Kiss the Cook. We need to get together, man. Talk smoking meats.
Yeah, as Jim Rome says, phenomenal. Random Texter says, Randy, I forgot to share the birthday day with the Raven kid. He turned big 19 yesterday, which means Random Texter is getting stinking old.
Hey, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Is that what's happening to me?
What?
That is what's happening to you.
Yep. All right. Well, happy birthday to Randy. And of course, we'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Stay tuned. Coming up next, a good game. That's right. Louisville at North Carolina starts in just a few minutes. So keep it right here on 1580, The Fanatic. We'll see you guys tomorrow here on the Daily Blend.
This is Brian Busberger. Don't miss Betting Across America, Saturdays at 11 a.m.